In the case of pro-Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil, a federal judge here in Manhattan ruled to move the Columbia graduate's case to New Jersey.
Alice Gaynor covers courts and explains the decision behind the transfer.
A federal judge in Manhattan ruled that because Mahmoud Khalil was detained in New Jersey at the time his attorney filed a petition on his behalf, it should have been filed there and not in New York. Khalil filed in the wrong district through no fault of his own. His lawyer reasonably relied on the information made available to her by the government at the time of filing.
You're going to have to come with us.
On March 8th, ICE took Khalil into custody at Columbia University campus housing and brought him to a New York field office. He was eventually transported to a detention facility in Elizabeth, New Jersey, then flown to Louisiana. So now it will be up to the court in New Jersey to consider Khalil's motions, like the motion to move him and a motion for release on bail.
How fast could things proceed?
There's going to be a dark out period of time while he's moved, but eventually a bond hearing will be had.
Michael Wilds is a former federal prosecutor and immigration attorney. He is not involved in the case.
Ultimately, the issue here still remains the same. Is this constitutionally protected speech, or is this conduct that is aligned with Hamas and therefore against our national interest?
The judge noted in the order many of the facts in this case are hotly contested. In Khalil's petition questioning his detention, the judge says it depicts him as an outspoken but peaceful leader of student protests held at Columbia University, and that the government, by contrast, describes Khalil as siding with terrorists. On Face the Nation Sunday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio was asked repeatedly if there was any evidence of a link to terrorism.
Was there any evidence of material support for terrorism?
Was the negotiator negotiating on behalf of people that took over a campus, that vandalized buildings? Negotiating over what? That's a crime in and of itself.
In a letter dictated by phone from the detention facility in Louisiana, Khalil described himself as a political prisoner and said the Trump administration is targeting me as part of a broader strategy to suppress dissent.
That was Alice Gaynor reporting. Khalil, a green card holder, also said that he hopes to be free to witness the birth of his first child. His wife, an American citizen, is 8 months pregnant.